Hey guys, what's up? It is Jen and the Next Gen podcast. Today is May 14th, 2022. Today I'm going to be talking about how to put water on your land listing because I got a bunch of land listings and we're going to talk about Clearlake today. And this is kind of like my breakthrough that I had. I've had these land listings. I've had multiple land. We have so much land that we have to sell. And I'm literally turning into a land developer. I'm a real estate agent here in Sacramento, California. I also have land for sale in Sacramento, California. I have land for sale in Clearlake. People buy land and they don't develop it. But I'm going to throw you on some game today because that's what I do. I want to make sure that you're living your best life. Buy a 50-year planner. Plan on buying land because God doesn't make more land. Inflation is going crazy. The housing market is ridiculous and we all need some affordable housing here. So buy some land. I'm going to teach you how to put some water on it today in the Clear Lake area. And I'm sure it's the same in most areas too. So let's dive right in. If you guys need any real estate questions or whatever, call me 707-223-3365. So what I did was I just looked up, literally Googled water companies in Clear Lake, and I got like 5 of them, and I called all of them, and this is the one that I got. So you have to do an application and fixture count for your property in Clear Lake, California. I called them. He sent me this email. Hi, Jennifer. Here are the forms we discussed earlier. Again, I could be reached at this email address, but this is the one for Clear Lake. Cost at GS Water. GS stands for Golden State Water. This is their phone number. And Michael is awesome. So I said, hey, Michael, I'm a real estate agent. I want to know the process for getting water connected to this property. I'm planning on buying a lot of property out there. I do want to help other people as well. So let's just take a look at this application. Super simple application for new or additional service from the water company. Number one, you got to call them and make sure that your property is in their district. So that's why I called everyone. I was like, yo, who's serving water in this area? And they'll look it up and they'll tell you. So you got to put your name. You got to have a service address, mailing address, city. Okay, so these are actually 2. So name, mailing address, city, zip, email, APN. APN is the assessor's parcel number. I can get you that. It's a property tax ID number. The service address, the city, and the phone number for connecting. Owner, contractor, or other. Name of person to contact to schedule field investigation and a daytime phone number. Type of structure. So I am selling a residential lot. Purpose, domestic irrigation or fire protection. So he said that for new developments in Clear Lake, you do need domestic and you need a sprinkler system. And it's $64 extra for the sprinkler system. Because Clear Lake has a lot of fires and all of California has a lot of fires. So they're really being like, you got to have a sprinkler system. Number of new or additional meters requested. So the meter is, they have a big line of water in the street or wherever, and they have a little line that goes off of it, and then they meter you. They have a little meter, and then the water goes to the house. So they know how much to charge you. Some places it is flat rate. So there are some places in Sacramento that was flat rate. I do not know if this is flat rate or not. But you will have a meter. That's a really good question for me to ask. And the size, there's different sizes of meters. So like if you're about to pump out a bunch of water, you're probably going to need a bigger meter than if you're just using like a regular household meter. Some people can request like a bigger meter size. It's like you have a really big garden and you really like water pressure and blah, 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 blah. Please list each individual address. So this is great because you can do 6 meters on one lot. If you have like a really big lot and you want to have like 6 separate units for it, you could do that. Construction in progress. So they're asking this because they will not even start this application unless you have like construction in progress. They are not just going to have like a random water tap to like nothing, because then you're just asking for trouble. So if you want to buy this property from me or any properties from me in Clear Lake and want to put water on here, we do need to talk to a contractor and we at least put a pad down, which is just a big concrete slab so people can put their RVs, which is a really simple way of doing it. And then just connecting water power. We can't do sewer, we can do septic. And I'm looking at the number right up here. So much goes into this. So we do have to have construction. You can't just have water to like dirt. See, when the meter gets put in, it has to be connected to like a tap so you can turn it on and off the water. So having the water like closer to, or having the tap like closer to the street is preferable, but you can put it wherever you want. And you have to know, like, if you are building a house, we have to have that all planned out before we even get, like, water is kind of like the second step. So knowing what you want to build, getting it approved, getting all the permits in place, and then adding the water is great. If I bought my own property, especially this one's one of my really, really good ones, 3112 11th Street. The price is $25,000. To add water, this is going to be $32.64. So just giving you guys estimate. It's an estimate. If you want property out all in the hills that's super rural, yes, we can add water. You're going to have to pay more for that. I'm laughing and coughing. It's just like a process and it's just an estimate. So I understand the quote I will receive will be an estimate only. It says it right here. And that the actual amount of insulation may be higher or lower than this figure. I understand that I will be billed or credited for any remaining balance because everybody's different. Okay, so to be used for new construction or separation of a single meter multi-unit structures. Let me know if you guys have questions. My email will be in the description. Now they want to know how many fixtures you want on your property. So it's going to be your name, your address, your phone number, how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, what's the lot size, what's the dwelling square footage, what's the APN number. Again, this is the assessor's parcel number. This is for tax records. I can pull this up on my thing, and a lot number, type of dwelling. So let's take a look here. AWA M22 fixture value, second edition. No, what? Okay, so like they want to know how much water is going to be going through here. And so each fixture means like sink, faucet, hose, whatever. Like you should have all this planned out. So let's just take a look at it. Lavatory or bar faucet. Combination hot. This is, yeah, bathroom. Fixture value 1.5. Total fixture value. Yeah, bathtub. With or without shower. A bidet that shoots water up your butt. Washing machine, dishwasher, utility faucet. So I would think a utility faucet would be like, how some people have like a sink in their washroom. You got to let them know if you're going to put a sink in your washroom. Kitchen faucet, shower head, and a flush toilet. Okay. So these are the fixture values. So we can definitely know that a shower head's probably going to take up a lot of water. The toilet takes up a lot. A washing machine takes up a lot. A bathtub takes up a lot. Do people take baths anymore? Okay. So you kind of have to figure out what kind of faucets you want in your home. If you're just doing an RV setup, like you do talk to a representative once you apply, and they do hold your hand, and it's the same person that goes through the entire project with you, which I really, really like, and they will be assigned to your project. Outdoor uses, lawn sprinklers. You have to have a lawn sprinkler system. Even if you just had a rock garden out there, it helps with fire control. That's what it is. It is what it is, and hose bibs. So, and then it's the size of the hose bibs. So if it's a 1/2 inch, a 3/4 inch, or a 1 inch, the bigger the hole, the more water goes through. It's and you can see that right here. A 1 inch is a 12, a 3/4 inch is a 9, and a 1/2 inch is a 5. And then a lawn sprinkler system is a 1.5. So you gotta kind of decide, what is the average? 1 inch is really big. This is bigger is better. And I think want to say a 1/2 inch. I'm not sure which is the standard. I've worked with all three of these. I've been a professional plumber here in the city of Sacramento, and I worked for the city of Sacramento in water distribution. So like, I know water. Water's my thing. I'm a Pisces. Look at my hair's blue. Like water. I'm a water. This is blue. Like we're feeling it here. Okay. But just let me know if you guys have any questions. Flow design chart. So this is the meter section versus maximum. Oh, okay. So you can just see the size of your meter. These are the sizes of the meters that the city will give you. And this is the flow rate. So gallons per minute. How much water are you going to be using on this property? Is it going to be a farm? Is it going to be a cactus farm? Is it going to be, something, the grape farm that takes up a bunch of water? Or do you just want a garden? Do you not want a garden? Like, if you are thinking about buying and developing, you can always go, you can start with this. And then if you want to go bigger, you just have to pay more money. That's just how it goes. So then number of dwellings is 1. Okay, peak demand at 60 PSI and recommended meter size. So it looks like they will give, they recommend 5/8 inch. Yeah, I recommend just starting off with the standard meter size. If you're crazy and want to do more, you're probably very knowledgeable about this. Prepared by, it has to be approved. So give yourself time. Like this isn't just like buy a lot and then flip it. Like this time, like there's a lot of different types of wealth out there. So like you could buy a house today, but you're going to pay for it, especially since housing is so limited right now because big corporations are buying it and there's all these conspiracy theories, whatever. So then when you buy the land, you have to have a little bit more time and money because you're going to be putting all this together and you're going to have to be talking to officials. Be nice to them. Don't be an asshole. Say your please and thank yous. It will make the whole thing better. Okay. Just throwing it out there, being polite is going to help in this process. Future values, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So this was a big thing for me. I've had these land listings for over a year. When I went to Vegas, I actually connected with another real estate agent who is developing land out in Las Vegas, and not on the strip, but there's so much desert land in Las Vegas. Who would have thought? And I'm going to be exploring that as well, just because Vegas is in very, very high demand. I love Vegas. I can see why. He's building $1 million homes on land. So you have to think about kind of like what price range of homes that you want. I recommend the $300,000 to $400,000 price range. Do you know why? It is because those sell all day. Those are bread and butter. Like anything under 400,000 sells multiple times. Those are starter homes. More people can get into the starter home game. 400 to probably, I would say 600,000, especially in Sacramento. It's a different clientele and it's a little bit slower. It's still really hot because Sacramento does have San Francisco money, and there's 44 billionaires in San Francisco, and there's a lot of money in San Francisco. So Sacramento, we're seeing these high ticket buyers. That's why I recommend also going out of Sacramento into an area like Clearlake, because you could build your own whatever you want. Yeah. What else did I need to say here? So yeah, just when I went to Vegas, and he told me just to get estimates for you guys. And that way, if I want to buy the property, I have a whole plan figured out. I am also selling properties. My service is selling you guys my knowledge as well as a plan for your dream home or a investment property, or whatever. So I'm just here to help you guys. And this is a really big thing. There's so much undeveloped land in California, and you, if it doesn't have a house on it, you can't get a USDA loan. But if I have this system of finding lots and putting utilities on it, that could just be my game, which would be really, really fun. And you can see that I'm already into it. Okay. So Michael is awesome. His number is 909-394-3600 extension 626. Call him with your water questions. Tell him Jen sent you. Take a look and see what areas of Clear Lake work for you. Again, this is for Clear Lake, California. Okay, so this is the water thing that I figured out. PG&E. So when you do PG&E, you're going to be into your projects pgne.com login. So if you are a new builder or you want to buy land and put PG&E on it, you're going to have to sign in or sign up. And this will track your progress, your projects. Okay. So you're either an individual account, sole proprietor, independent contractor, small business homeowner, or you're a member of a company. You have to show them that you are not a robot. Oops. And this is the one that I would choose. Okay. But what the one that you choose is what's for you. Your first name, your last name, your mailing address, your city, state, zip, phone number, phone type. And then you're going to create a username, an email. And again, with PG&E, I can have multiple projects going on this. So I can have multiple projects on Sacramento, Clear Lake, and I called them and they sent me to this part of their website, and it's under residential. This is how, these are kind of the estimates here. So putting PG&E on your property can be from $1,000 to $22,000. And the reason is here. Low end range is there's no right of way or easement required. Okay. No upgrades to infrastructure required. And there's no trenching outsourced. So this means that you're already in a developing neighborhood and it's pretty easy for them to hook up. So it's not going to cost them as much money. And 75% of PG&E projects are in this area. So this is just a general overview. Okay. So if it gets a little bit more difficult, especially if you're in more of a rural area or every home is different. So the high end range is if we have to get a right of way or easement required, upgrades to the infrastructure. That's really what it is. If they have to put in telephone poles and if they have to put in their infrastructure, if they have to dig out the ground, it's going to cost you money. Trenching, yep, right there. And difficult conditions or long trench required. Also, they're going to ask if you want your power above ground or below ground. I highly recommend getting it below ground due to fire danger, but I understand that not everyone can do that and every situation is different. Factors that may affect the cost is administration fees, upgrades, trenching costs. And this is something that you guys feel free to read. These people are very, very nice. These people have been very, very nice to me. And they also, this is how we manage our product. Oh, I have to go in. I said I was going to explain all this. So when you go to pgne.com, you hit residential, you hit customer service. Okay. Here's your application. This is where you get all your information, your application, choose a guide, manage your projects, excess flow valves, get estimates. And this is where I hit to show you the estimates, pay your project charges online, use permit office locators. So I definitely recommend going through all of these to know what it is like to do PG&E, and then call them and start a relationship, let them know what you're doing, and make some new friends. Okay. They also sent me, I said, just, you got to send me the applications because I need to know for my clients. So this is the Building and Renovation Service Center. That's what you would do for PG&E. You would go to your project's PG&E. This is not an email for them to respond. They did give me another email, whatever. But let's take a look at the application. So application for new service or project, you're going to have a project number, which makes sense because I'm sure they're doing a ton of things. So this one is a little bit more detailed than the last one. And this is my first time looking at it. So let's just go over it together. To apply online, you have to go to your projects.pgne.com. If you have questions or you like to buy by phone, there's a number. You can also mail it in, like old school. Okay, application type. So there's a lot of different, everybody needs power. So I think I would do more of a residential single family. Let's just start there, but you can see all the different things that you can do. Permit, you can remove it, you can relocate it, you can do a study. And it's electric or gas. And then I called because I said, check out these addresses to make sure that I can get PG&E there. And they can do all my addresses. The price will fluctuate because like getting to Sacramento and everyone has PG&E except for that property, 4155 Fell Street. It's probably going to be pretty easy versus 5589 Spur Road, which is in the backwoods. Like I have PG&E. I was like, can you do it? They said, we can do it. I said, that's going to be, I already know. When they say, oh yes, we can do that. And you don't know, and no one else has PG&E, but someone, when it's rural and there's not a lot of people with PG&E, it's more expensive. I can already tell you that. I already got a feeling in my gut. So here's a new service connection, start a project. You can also do permanent or temporary services. And here's all these other things you can do. I'm not doing these. I'm just saying a basic single family. And here's what you're going to do, overhead or underground. I think they're priced a little differently. Occupancy type. Required for agency, general, and buildings and commercial single-use facilities only. Here's the application. Project name. Is the request due to a major natural disaster? It's a good question because there's a lot of places that got burnt and now we're going to restart. So also earthquake or, flood, things happen. Project location, street address, you're going to need the latitude and longitude if it's like super rural. Maybe a building permit number is because again, just kind of like the water, you're going to have a building that needs water and power. So they just don't do it to anything unless it's maybe like a pad, like an RV pad. You can do. Again, every project's different. Let me know what you got. Is this project subject to Buy America requirements? I don't know what that is. Service data. Again, like I'm just a real estate agent. I'm just showing you guys there is a professional representative that will hold your hand and walk you through all of this. I'm just showing you how to fill out what the application looks like, which to me last week was like not in my world. What months will this facility operate? That's good to know. Application for new service. So this is something that I would do. Are you planning to use a qualified applicant design contractor? I don't know. Am I? Are you planning to use an applicant install contractor? I don't know. If you ask, are you planning to submit a competitive bid? Who will install the service wire? So it could be PG&E or your contractor. Who will install the gas pipe? So just food for thought when you're getting into the game here. Are you installing any self-generating equipment as part of your project? An engine, a fuel cell, geothermal? Very cool. Estimate required. Yeah, I would definitely say there's an estimate required. Meter type. Does this project provide cellular service where none currently exists? Very interesting. Does this project resolve current cellular connectivity issue? Does this project have government funding with in-service deadlines? And then you can figure out what kind of polls you want. Okay, and then, oh, this is a 16-page application. First name, last name, legal status, company name, day, phone, primary, and the contractor. And so it's who's ever on the contract has to fill out these applications. Energy billing, contact information, trenching. There's just so much that goes into it, you know? And so when you work with your contractor, these are things that you're going to have to know and, you know, go over. A lot goes into building houses, you know. Where is the panel going to be attached to? Do you even know where the panel is attached on the house that you are watching this video in? You don't think about shit like this, do ya? Because I do. I think about this stuff all the time. Electric vehicles. So more and more people are getting electric vehicles. If you are an investor or a new investor, or you are building a home on a piece of land, try to get an EV charging station. That's just going to make you more popular. That's just the way that the world's going. It's another added benefit, and you could charge more money for it. So yeah, might as well put it in somewhere. If you want to put in streetlights. And kind of like in the water application, it's like, how much energy are you going to be using? They want to know, you know, getting you set up for success. And kind of having your project ready and knowing what you can do. Like, if you're going to put a sauna, you got to tell them you're going to put in a sauna. Swimming pool pump, are you going to have a pool? You know, that takes more energy and water. This is great. So happy to go over this with you guys. Permanent services. So these are some things that you got to think about. I recommend getting a tankless water heater over a regular water heater, but I mean, it's whatever you can do, you know. Here's some documents if you need to attach. And we're getting into it. We are, okay, this is the last page. Building floor plans. Like, you just have to have all of this planned out. And this is really for big picture, big thinking. It is kind of fun to look it over. Application for new service or project. Residential must be satisfied by item 2, which is a detailed site plan. Residential site plans to include roads, sidewalks, driveways, locations of fire hydrants and other structures, proposed locations of gas and electricity meters, building elevations, and proposed future improvements. If you're doing some other things, that's going to be there too. And there is a lot to this. And there's more. And then you got to sign your life away. You understand that service will be engineered and installed based on the information provided. I agree to pay PG&E on demand. Like, you can't be like applying and then be like, oh, I'll figure out how to get the money. Like, you kind of have to have the money ready to go when they're ready to go, which is just a part of your planning process. Cuckoo 19. Did I say 19? 18 of 16 and 19. So this is a 19-page application for getting PG&E and gas on your property. Again, this is a lot, especially to my new comers that are trying to get their hustle up and develop land. This is where we're at. And then you have to call the sewer company to see if it's sewer or septic where you're at. And the more rural it is, it's probably more septic. We do have people on septic here in Sacramento in the Rio Linda area. Once we get kind of Rio Linda, Alberta, y'all on septic. And that's a whole different process than getting connected to city sewer. We're not going into that today just because Clearlake does have septic and I do need to call them on Monday. And if you guys have any questions, please feel free to give me a call, 707-223-3365. Send me an email, Jennathertonhomes@gmail.com. I do have one listing in Clearlake right now, 3112 11th Street. It's right next to Borax Lake and Clear Lake, and it's flat and there's homes around it. So it's a really, really good area to get water, septic, and electricity if you're planning on developing it, and it's $25,000. I also have 3 acres in Sacramento, 4155 Fell Street. It's flat, it's beautiful. It does not have these things on it, but again, I'm showing you what is possible with the right amount of knowledge. So hope you guys are having a great day. I am a real estate agent here to help you guys live your best life and your dreams. And if you were curious about how to add water and power, you just have to have a contractor and a plan and apply. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Live your best life, have a plan, buy a 50-year planner, plan on when you're going to buy property from me. Okay? It's available on Amazon. I'm sure the link's in the description. What are your 5 top plans for this month? Are you going to buy some land and put some water and power on it because it's trendy and traditional homes are we're ready for something new, next generation of new affordable living homes and new lifestyles. So I'm here to help you with that and get it. Get your money right. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.